Whether you're a lifelong keeper or just getting started, help us encourage responsible keeping, conservation, and public education in the interest of keeping our reptiles safe and healthy as we protect them for future generations. You're invited to spend time with us as we experience these awesome animals together on Intrepid Exotics. What's going on, people? It's Saturday night again. Getting ready for the weekend to be half over already. They go entirely too quick. Got entirely too much stuff to do around here for these weekends to be ending the way they do. Let's see. I remembered the banner this time. Hope everybody's doing good. It's been an incredibly busy day again. Cleaning enclosures, downstairs feeding. Of course, still working with the camera equipment and so forth. I think we're getting really close. Getting really close to where we need to be with it. I decided to go with a little darker look. And I wanted to get y'all's opinion too. I'll wait until we get some more people on. But so I've got 2 more LED lights that I'm going to be putting in the back there for this. But we've also got, like, I still haven't decided if I'm really huge on the all blue stuff and making it dark, or and wait for the stream to catch up. So I don't know, man. What do you guys think? There's a difference there, of course. But I don't know if I like it better with the whole daylight effect or with the blue. I think for right now, I'm going to leave the LEDs on. It's nighttime. It's winter. Everybody should be sleepy by the time they get done listening to me about my gums for a while. So. Oh, let's see who we've got with us. Mark is on. Chris, hello. Yep. That's another project we're going to do. Chris was talking about breeding his own ASFs. It's African soft fur rats, for those of you that don't know. Definitely want to start doing that when we get moved and get settled and get more space. And I've got time for more projects. Heidi, how you doing? Hey, Mom's here. Golems. I'm glad you made it tonight. I don't know how exciting it's going to be. Like I said, my ass is kind of kicked tonight. But we'll do the best we can. Like I said, my intention is to continue. Stick with this schedule of Saturday nights, whether we've got anything to talk about or not. But there's enough people on here. We'll always have something to talk about. Sam, how you doing, bud? Dun, dun, dun. So, yes. Hello, good evening. Laura, good to see you. Brandon. Hey. Oh, what's we got? Hi, Nicole. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. Yeah, these weekends, they just go by so damn quickly. I mean, I try and keep my work weeks between 35 and 40 hours and then get home. And then I typically end up working until between 9 and 11 o'clock at night, pretty much all week on this stuff, the animals and whatnot. And then the weekends, I get up. I got just enough time to get a pot of coffee down my neck. And it seems like it's just nonstop all weekend long until Monday hits again. So it's the only good thing about this time of year is all the 4-day weekends and burning vacation time and stuff like that. So good deal. Yeah. This right now should be pretty crystal clear for just about everybody. I've got I don't even remember if I'm shooting this in 4K or not. Comes across 1080p in here. I think I'm shooting at 1080p. But previously, I was using a Wi-Fi connection to the PC, and today it got here early in time for us to do this. The HDMI camera card to the computer. So now we're running off high-speed USB for the video. So this stuff should be right on point. As a matter of fact, I was looking at it earlier thinking, God, I look like a hobo. I don't know if I like all this resolution in this video or not. I haven't shaved today. I haven't cut my hair in like 3 freaking weeks. It's starting to look like a hippie. Yeah. Yeah, I think just for the talking head stuff, man, this stuff's fine. And once they get the other LEDs up there too, it'll break it up a little bit. The only problem is that the way things are set up in here, it's like everything behind me reflects light. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enclosures back there, plus all of the certificates and shit in the frames on the wall. So it's like everything behind me is reflective. So, hey, Fred, good evening. Oh, yeah, man, this is the best, dude. This thing, if you don't spend money on anything else in your life, the freaking Rattlesnake coffee mug, man, this is the bomb diggity. And you can see it really good in the video now. So, yeah, man, love this thing. It just, you ever sprain your wrist or something like that, you won't be able to pick it up because the thing weighs like 5 pounds. Good deal. Yeah, I'm still using this condenser mic right here. I've got a fan going over by the computer. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Let me know if you can hear any kind of humming or whizzing and stuff like that in the background. This condenser mic right here should be pretty good for blocking that stuff out, but we shall see. Hey, Jay, good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Hey, Panther. Yeah, it's definitely. I was really happy to see when things finally got dialed in on this thing. So, Donna, how you doing? Man, you know what? I'm such a South Park junkie. Every time I hear the word hippie, I think of South Park going in there as the hippie exterminator and fighting them in the walls and in the attic and all that stuff and hitting them with that spray foam. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I know. Hair's really kind of overrated, though, man. I went bald for a little while because I always said, like, I didn't even try going bald until I was like 45 or something like that. And so, yeah, I was bald with the goatee and all that stuff. And I thought going bald would be easier, but because I've cut my own hair for 20, 30 years. I can't tell you the last time I've been to a barber. But yeah, I thought it'd be easier to take care of. But if you don't go over that whole thing and shave and polish it every day, man, you just, I don't know, you look like you got the mange. So yeah, I just let it grow back out and I quit shaving my head. What else we got? Yeah, I'm glad y'all aren't here for beauty contest. I was looking at this stuff earlier too. I was like, man, I'm all shiny. I'm gonna end up going into work looking like Jack Sparrow or something, having to put makeup on to keep from blinding everybody. Yes, it is. Big improvement. Yeah, we had a full week this week. Of course, I had 4 days off for Thanksgiving, and I need another 4 days off so I can catch up on some other stuff. But I think we're just about. I think I've got everything I need, video recording wise now. So this is one of the things that we started about a month and a half ago. I really started pushing hard to get some stuff accumulated for the recording equipment. And we had a big bunch of super chats come in over the course of a couple weeks. It really helped out. Had a gentleman from Canada did like a $530 contribution towards the recording equipment. So needless to say, as soon as those bigger chunks came in, man, and jumped right on it and got everything started. So we're sitting at, I don't know. I think everything all told come to $1,000 to $1,500, something like that. You're talking about all, not just the camera, but HDMI stuff and lighting and tripods and all this other crap that we got to get, all the little miscellaneous stuff. It's kind of like when somebody gives you a free snake, and the snake might be free, and then you got to end up spending $1,000 on everything else. So it's the same thing with the recording equipment. But that is all you guys, man. It's the between the Patreon and the super chats and all that stuff that come in here, ad revenue. That's what we did it with. So this is all you guys. So it was one of the things that I was waiting on too. You probably noticed if you followed me, I had a lull there where I wasn't putting out any videos or really minimal stuff for a while. It was just because I was using everything on the port on my cell phone with the one mic that I've got, but the port's so worn out that I'd get all this crackling. My audio was screwed up. I didn't want to use the audio through the phone, so I was like, okay, we're pretty close to getting all the equipment in. So now Monday, the only thing I've got left is an extension cable for the mic and an attachment for the end of the mic boom, because when we're working downstairs now, instead of having the mic all the way across the room, I'm going to have a cord run over to a mic boom and have that thing kept right off of, right out of frame. So that way it should normalize the audio a lot. Should make a big difference. So should make a really big difference. Good. Yeah, this mic right here does pretty good about not picking up on everything. Hey, Carla, how are you tonight? Greg, good to see ya. What else we got? Da-da-da. Las Cruces, New Mexico. How you doing, Brian? I lived out in Phoenix for a couple years before I came out here. Hell, it's been between 8 and 10 years, something like that, since I moved here from Phoenix. But and I remember being really, really amazed driving through New Mexico. It's almost like as soon as you come across the border there, the whole landscape changes. Really cool state. Appreciate it, Brian. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys got anything in particular you want to talk about, man, be sure throw it down there in the comments. I'm gonna keep going as long as I can tonight, but of course I'm gonna keep throwing down a coffee. You shared a funny, yeah. Where are you gonna share it at? I don't know. I guess if you want to, you can send it to my Facebook or something, or send it to my Instagram, either one. I might be able to share the screen and put it up or something like that. Yeah. You say I'm making. Yeah, Bob's doing better. He hasn't attacked the mic the last couple times, so. Yes, it is. Discuss where to get a mug like that. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Amazon link, that mug, down in the chat right now. How did I get signed out of Amazon? You're killing me, Smalls. It'd take me a minute. Gotta love the two-factor verification on everything. This is one thing that drives me absolutely insane at work, is everything that I've got to log into. It's on two-factor and three-factor, and I swear it takes me 30 minutes just to get logged into all my emails and stuff like that during the day. Orders. I'm looking for the order for the coffee mug. Of course, I've got to go through and scroll through all of the damn. There it is. Get that, and I'm going to get a text link. That. That's the Amazon associate link for the snake mug. Anybody that wants to grab one. Let me know if there's anything screwy with the link. I don't do a whole lot with my Amazon associate thing. I've got it, but I haven't really been pushing any kind of marketing or anything like that with it, which, again, down the road when I've got more time. Well, maybe I can do like a Price is Right model thing. Make $1 million selling the rattlesnake mug. Yeah, that might be part of it. He might have hit that thing so hard that he broke the mic. I've got one black dragon on my arm. I've got one tattoo. That one was pretty meaningful to me, and I haven't come up with anything else. I haven't come up with anything else that means enough for me to really put it on my body yet. So maybe one of these days I will. I don't know. The whole tattoo addiction. It's cool. I don't mind. It's just not for me. Let's see. I'm going to get into berms. 8 foot. Much of a difference in care. How much of a difference in care in between the carpets and the berms? I've got a jungle carpet, and she is 6-7 feet maybe. I've got 2 Burmese. The Burmese are more terrestrial, of course, so you don't need a great deal of vertical space for them. They'll typically stay on the ground and just meander around. My carpet python, I've got a lot of vertical space with some climbing branches and stuff like that in there. A little bit more humidity on the berm, but there's not a huge difference in care. Not a terribly huge difference. You keep them warm, you keep them humid, keep their water fresh, give them room to run around, feed them when they want. It's not really too terrible. So the only biggest difference really, you'll get some snakes that have got a lot higher humidity requirements, and you've got snakes that got a lot lower humidity requirements and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're pretty similar. Yeah, man, we finally got it dialed in. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's a $40 freaking mug, but it's worth it. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to get Bob out now. I'll pull that back up. Thank you so much, Carla. Yeah, he's the only one that I haven't fed today. Actually, one of my ball pythons refused. Jungle carpet refused. He didn't want to eat today. Other than that, everybody ate. All the small snakes, rather. We're not on schedule for the big ones yet. They're scheduled to eat next weekend. So, but since Bob hasn't eaten, I could probably go and get him out in a minute and see if he wants to hang out. We said, well, snakes eat the skin after they shed. No, that's not a dumb question because actually you can sit and watch leopard geckos eat their skin suit as they're shedding it. They'll eat their skin right off themselves. So snakes don't do that I've ever seen. But yeah, I know leopard geckos well. I've sat there and watched mine just he'd reach around and start grabbing all the skin off his back. Kind of reminds me of Goldmember off the Austin Powers movie. He pulls off all his flaky scabs and starts eating them. Yeah, they won't. Snakes don't eat their shit. Yeah, it's such a pain. It's all the stuff we've got to do for work to log in. We've got like 3 different companies that we got to log in through. So it is terrible. Hey, Ray. Good to see you, buddy. Ray. Ah, there we go. Look at that. $50. Thank you so much, man. Start a trend. You got the second super chat. You got to start earlier next time. Carla beat you to it. But that's awesome, man. 3-year-old hypogranite berm. Yeah, it was so hard not to pick up one of the granite berms that we seen up at the last reptile show we went to. Yeah, man, definitely really appreciate it. That's our next. Now that we've got the recording equipment stuff done, what I'm wanting to start doing now is getting some decent enclosure upgrades done. I want to get more room for my big retics. It's going to be kind of tricky to do, but with the space that I've got, I'm just going to have to figure something out. And then when we do move, then all that stuff's just going to get disassembled and put back together and all that stuff. So it's going to be, that's one thing that during this whole moving process, what I'm probably going to do is just vlog everything. And we'll let you guys just watch us moving and setting up enclosures and building stuff and getting everything all put together. Because hopefully, if everything goes through right, it should be a pretty impressive project by the time we get it all done. I mean, like I said, I mean, if we've got all these folks jumping in to help the channel and stuff like that, as the stuff comes in, we're putting it towards what it's going to. And I just keep reminding myself, Snake Discovery, when I first started watching her, she was making videos out of her kitchen with a couple snakes on her kitchen table, and now they got a zoo. So there's no reason why we can't do the same thing out here in North Carolina. So. Yeah, Jeremy's got some pretty good enclosures and stuff over there, man. Jeremy's actually, he helped motivate me to get my video recording game up. He came back up and was showing that cool setup that he's got, and I was like, man, I look like such an amateur. I've got to at least be able to keep up with somebody. Jeremy's got a pretty good setup over there. We really appreciate it. We've got some really generous folks out here on the channel, man, and it makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference, and we've only got almost 7,500 subs right now. When this channel gets up to the 20, 30, 40, 50,000 sub mark, and we get a whole bunch of people really chipping in, we're going to be able to do some really cool stuff. So, I mean, none of this stuff goes into my pocket. It all goes towards snake stuff. Because I really don't have anything else I want to buy except snake stuff. So. Yeah, you're probably gonna. You sent it to me over Instagram. Let me check. I see that. Oh yeah, I got my modem and router upgraded too, so we don't have to worry about losing Losing signal again. What is that? Earlier. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to just sit here and roll through all that stuff all night. I don't like to post here. Check other. Okay. Yeah, I'd seen a couple somethings come through, but it's not pulling up for some reason. I'll get in there and look at it here in a little bit. Indeed. Hey man, Carla's on point. Carla didn't mess around. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but she has got a lot of large snake experience. She's been doing this stuff for a hot minute, and she has actually got some really awesome carpet pythons as well. So. I haven't done anything on mobile yet as far as YouTube goes. I'm so used to doing everything at my desk right here, and it's so counterintuitive trying to get in there and figure out. I mean, because the mobile apps have only got half the functionality sometimes. There's stuff that I use all the time on PC that I can't even find on my mobile app. Really? Well, that sucks. Yeah, they like to try and keep. That's the bad thing about trying to share stuff from here onto Facebook and Instagram and back from there to here, and they try and keep everything. Excuse me. They try and keep everything within the platform. So, yeah, it's really funny to watch my leopard shed. Let's see. I guess I'm on my next shot of coffee. Gotta have that one, and then the insulated one for when that one gets empty. And these right here, these are cheaper. These are on my store. That's actually pretty good for a travel mug. Yep. Yeah, Kresties do that as well. How often do I feed my big snakes? It depends. I let them tell me. I've got an older male, and of course he's got a slower metabolism. He's a 16-foot male retic, and you won't see too many of those. I mean, his metabolism slowed down to where he'll eat about every couple months. Typically, I'll give him between a 6 to 9 pound rabbit, and that will last him a good month or two. And then my female, she's younger. She's about half his age, and she's still growing. So she eats every 2 to 4 weeks, typically. My 13-foot male Burm is about the same age. So he eats at about the same schedule, too. With my bigger snakes, if I'm going to make an error in feeding, I err on the side of underfeeding instead of the side of overfeeding. Simply because these animals are able to go extended periods of time without eating. My male refused for 6 months before. So I would much rather have them fall into a natural state of eating a little bit slower than to put too much food down them and have them start getting fat and stuff like that. I just don't want to have them fat, unhealthy snakes like Jay's got running around out there. I've never seen frogs, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with frogs. Hey, Chad, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see, man. Yeah, Leos are leopard geckos. Yep. Oh yeah, don't forget, make sure you're hitting that like button. This stuff out to more people's. I know live streams don't get a whole lot of views typically after the fact. But let's see, most people don't want to turn it on and then just sit and listen to some dude bump their gums for 2 or 3 hours. So, hey, Greg, good evening. Hey, awesome. What kind of snake is it, by the way? It'll take me a minute to get to it. I know. I know I'm behind on the comments and stuff like that. But if I catch up on all the comments too soon, then I'll have to come up here and just start making up stuff to say. And especially when I'm tired, I'm not that creative. So it helps me a lot if I can address the comments as I go down. So. Oh, you guys got snow out there, huh, Greg? We don't have any here yet. I'm very happy about that. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're in desperate need of a big snake room edition. I cannot wait until I can get out there and start putting some tools to work and making some things happen. Maybe that'll have to be one of my t-shirts, a pain in the cloaca. Oh, what do you got? Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing goes to work with me every day, man. And does really good. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to. And in the summertime, being able to take the snakes out there. And sometime between now and then, I'm gonna get a gimbal for this camera so I can get some really good footage. Maybe in the springtime, I'll rework my intro, my channel intro a little bit, and just get some really great video to put in there. I may keep the same general outline of it, but the individual videos, I may end up changing those up. I don't know. I'll have to look through some of the stuff and see. At some point, I'm sure we'll end up doing a rebranding of some sort, but for the time being, while we're building, it's all good. Yeah, I can't wait for springtime, and they can't wait either. Right now, I was outside earlier and I turned on the camera to check on the snakes downstairs. Poor Apollo is just running the glass like he always does, always waiting for me to come down there and open the door and let him out. Yeah. Yeah, retics will typically, man, they'll eat anything that you throw at them. It's real easy to overfeed them, and a lot of people will overfeed them just to keep them from pushing. You know, if you get a snake that likes to push a lot, typically they'll stop after you feed them. So you see a lot of that stuff where people are like, "Well, my snake's pushing, so it's time to feed him," but they just fed him 3 or 4 days ago. You know, if you're feeding your snake every 3 or 4 days, fairly big meals, they're going to get fat. Unless it's a baby, of course. You know, you have some that have got a high enough metabolism that can work with that, but. Nice. Yeah, we had a Pac-Man frog that would eat anything that you'd throw in there too. Yeah, at work, huh? Ooh. Yeah, you and John, and you're working Saturdays, man. Keep trying to drag John on here from tipping scales, and he always working Saturdays too. So. Yeah, we haven't seen any snow here yet. We'll probably get some towards the end of January or something. Oh yeah, Chad, I had you, buddy. I speak typo. I am very fluent in it. Russ. Ah, there we go. Do rewatch, listen. Listen. Sam wants me to wake up Bob. Okay. Well, when I get through all of these, then I will get up and get him out. I need to get out and get my generator going. That's what I need to do. I still haven't done that this year. Just a reminder, if you've got portable generators that you use that haven't run in a while, take them outside, start them, and put a load on them. Make sure that they work. Buddy of mine's an electrician, and he said that if you don't actually put a load on them, then sometimes they'll go bad and they actually won't work after that. So. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to get on your page and see that. I don't remember seeing the Ocelot Tiger right off the top of my head, but oh, cool, awesome, man. It's awesome. I'll have to check that out. Hey, Jenny, you made it. Good to see you. Cool. Hello. You got a couple new faces in here, so that's a good thing. Let's see here. So we want to get Bob out for a little while, huh? We got here. Okay, check some stuff. Okay. I thought. Gotta check one more thing here real quick, and I'm gonna get Mr. Bob out. Come on. Work more quickly here. Okay, cool. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get him. I know. Sure, you guys can hear him. He did really good. He didn't try and run from me when I reached in there. Didn't strike at me. Just hit stab me a little bit. She meant to say love. Everybody loves you. Get over there. Say hello to everybody. For those of you guys that don't know, that haven't been keeping up, or you're new to the channel or whatever, Bob kind of got famous because he hated human beings when I first got him. Matter of fact, the person that I got him from used the hook to put him in a tub when I first got him. That's how much he wanted to fight. So we filmed all the handling sessions with him, and he went from wanting to fight every time he got out and wanted to bite me to this. Such a good boy. Ain't you? You sure you're a good snake? You're not biting me or nothing, are you? Of course, I say that, but he has. I had him out on a live stream here a month or two ago, and he decided to take the liberty to bite me in the side of the face. What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Yeah, those of you guys that don't know, this is a Sri Lankan python. I know he looks like a Burmese, but he's a smaller locality, kind of derivative of Indian rock python. He doesn't get quite so big. Here, I want you to talk into the microphone. Talk into the microphone where everybody can hear you. I know you got something to say. Sit up there. You make friends with the microphone now. See, it's not going to hurt you. Nice. Oh, yeah. Get back through these. Oh, yeah, he's a good boy. He's looking dead at that camera, too. Ain't you? This is a really cool thing about the new equipment, too, is now you guys can actually see the details in the animals and stuff like that. Yeah, right. You're going to have a photo shoot or something coming pretty soon. Just put the camera for a minute. There you go. Just refuses to look at the camera for me. Come on. I'm trying to get a good. There you go. There. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are seeing any of the hiccups on here either. My HDMI is flickering a little bit. Oh yeah, I just seen it on the YouTube. Getting a couple flickers off of that. I'll have to figure out why it's doing that. And I don't really expect him to get much more than maybe 6 or 7 feet. No. I'll be surprised if he gets a lot bigger than that. Yeah, it's funny you say that because apparently tonight is like the only time Bob has ever been speechless. So he's always got something to say. Every time I bring him out, it doesn't take but a couple seconds for him to decide he wants to say something or bite somebody. So, right? Everybody's in love with you, bud. You're stealing the show. You're stealing the whole show. Don't you? Anybody who's keeping up with him from day one and seeing how he was when I got him. Hey, you good? It's a really big stride with me being comfortable having him right there in my face like that. Well, I mean, he has his moments. We've gotten over, like with him, he's going to have times where he gets grumpy with me and all that. I mean, we're going to continue to see little bits of improvement with him and stuff like that. But but he's still going to have his moments for a while. Let's see. He is. I really can't wait for him to get big. So I'd really like for him to start freaking eating on his own. So he start putting some size on. But he is bound and determined to do everything the hard way. So we're gonna be having a discussion about feeding again tomorrow. If he doesn't eat on his own, then we're gonna have to do it the hard way and then give him a little bit and try it again. Yeah, I almost thought I had somebody had mentioned to me that they had, I think it was a 12 or 14-foot retic that nobody at the shop could handle. So it was going to give it to me. to get him socialized and stuff like that. But that ended up falling through. That's one thing I really look forward to doing when I get when we get moved and we get enough space to do more stuff like that. I'll start making trips out of state and doing what I need to do. I want to find a couple bigger problem retics to work with and do the same thing with them that I did with Bob here, so that I can show how much of a difference it is. Because really, working with a snake this size that's pissy is a piece of cake. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. If they bite you, they bite you. You take them out, you handle them, you ignore the bites. But if you're working with a 10, 12, 16-foot snake, you can't ignore the bites all the time, or else eventually you'll bleed to death. So it's an entirely different series when we get our hands on one of those, because the handling is a lot different than with these little guys. Yeah, that's kind of the same way it was with this guy too. I mean, it took 10 handling sessions to get him chilled out. And even still, when I open up the enclosure, man, he hisses at me. Sometimes if I walk up and look at him through the glass, he'll get the ass with me. Said that. Yeah, it does kind of. There is spots in there where it does kind of look like that, doesn't it? It's cool. Yeah, no, he ain't got nothing to say. I mean, I gave him the mic. It's like, come on, bud, the floor is yours. Come on. It's right there. Every other time, you're all about getting on here and trying to just take over and say whatever you want. But now we don't want to do that tonight, huh? Really? Not even friggin' head shy anymore. Yeah. Just crawl right through my hands. Gotta figure out why that thing's jumping like that. Such a good boy. Oh, let's get down here. See. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the deal is with him, man. Every single I've tried every type of feeder that I have. Rats, mice, quail, rabbit, tried all of them. And every single time I offer something, if I try and tongue feed him, he just attacks it. As soon as he sees anything come in there, he just rapid fire goes at it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you looking like you're getting ready to bite me in the face? But yeah, and then if I try and drop feed him, he just ignores it. So we're going to continue to do the assist feeding with him. The only thing about assist feeding still is that, you don't assist feed him on a schedule. You got to miss, you let him get hungry enough to where offering them food may, you're sure that they're, at least hungry enough so that when they do come around, they'll be taking a meal. So assist feeding is really just to sustain, but he'll get there sooner or later. I handle him as much as I can, really. So yeah, it really is. People don't give snakes enough credit, man. And that's all it is. These guys, they want to chill out. They want to explore. They want to look around. And if you let them, you just have the patience to let them calm down, man. They'll do that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, stuff like this, he knows that he can just hang out and sit there and do whatever he wants to. Let's see, what do I think my next animal will be? Well, Ruth just got back from a week in Savannah and brought some crabs back with her. So that's the running joke for the weekend. Oh, you don't like the coffee cup? Yeah. I told her, it's like, see how it is? You go out with the girls for a week, come back with a case of crabs. So, but she's got a couple of hermit crabs. One of them's pretty good size too. I think I'll end up doing a video on them here sometime in the next week or two. But I don't know. It's hard to tell. One of the next ones that I want to get is I really want to get a younger Asian water monitor because Niles, I love him, but he's just, I can work with him, I can handle him, I can pick him up, I can carry him all over the place. But he's still got that adolescent kind of wild Nile monitor, African monitor personality to him. And I really want to get a really trustworthy Asian water monitor. Asian water monitors that are, several generations bred into captivity. They're so much easier to work with. They're a lot more trustworthy. So for like these educational events and stuff that we go to, I could take Niles with me. I could take him out there and I could set him up on something. He might be okay. He might bite a kid's finger off. I don't know. So, Cody Allen from CNA Exotics brought a really cool Asian water monitor out that just sat there the whole time and looked around, interacted with everybody. So that's going to be one of my next ones. But of course, I don't have room for another monitor enclosure here. So that need to get a green anaconda as well, because in the new place, I'm going to have an anaconda enclosure with a water feature and stuff like that in it. Those are a little slower growing, so I could get a young one right now and still have time before I've got to actually have that enclosure for them. The Asian water monitors, green anacondas, the sailfin dragons, the Hydrosaurus. One of those is coming at some point. I love those, man. They're absolutely awesome. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, I want to get a false water cobra too. I've always loved those. Those are awesome. Hey, wait a second. Did I miss saying hello to Tammy? I think I did. I love that little hog nose there. See, there I go. I get to bumping my gums and just miss stuff. So. Chatting about that new dude is tiny. That's cool. Yeah, we just took in a new male retic not too long ago here too. One of Aubrey's. Is it Orange Glow Phantom male? 6 feet, maybe something like that. 6, 7 feet tops. He's a pretty good boy. He didn't eat today, but he's deep in blue right now, so I'm not going to mess with him. Yeah, just want to throw it out there. Oh, cool. You guys are going. Yeah, I haven't seen you guys on YouTube much, Russ. Thank you for the super chat. I've been keeping an eye. I know I'm subscribed to you guys because I know we had that one day when you guys was on. I think it was the same day that Phil Goss and Daniel came on and all them. When we was kind of pushing the channel when you guys was just first starting. Yeah. If you guys are going to be on, make sure to shoot me a message or something like that. I'll try to remember to catch you guys. He is. He knows it too. Get in the camera, bud. Do something. Don't bite him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I do love working with challenging snakes. It's hard for me to find any. Really. And you get a lot of people sometimes saying, "Man, I've got this snake or this lizard that I just can't handle, and I can't work with him and stuff like that." And I'm always like, "Okay, well, pick a time and a day or whatever, and we'll make something happen." And never hear anything else about it. So, oh yeah, yeah, we're buddies. I don't know. Or if maybe a computer's getting warm. This thing's been plugged in for a while. But you guys will see those little flashes across the screen. I guess the HDMI on here is keeps flashing for some reason. But oh, I know, right? Yeah, I mean he's perfectly friggin' fine now. Of course, I say that now that I'm moving my hand in front of his face. I'm kind of waiting to see if he takes a swing at me. You can do, bud. I just think what it is with him right now, he's just comfortable. He doesn't want to be messed with. Yeah, no, it's so frustrating with him not wanting to freaking eat. Is I really hate the assist feeding too because you always think that you're going to screw up the relationship with the animal, but I've assist fed him once, and as you can see, it hasn't impacted him. So, yeah, yeah, I have yet to see. What are you doing? I have yet to find a snake that I haven't been able to get better. Yeah, haven't. You may not always get them puppy dog tame or anything like that, but you can at least get them to a point where you can work with them. Yep, they do that. Maybe he was given live. That's a possibility. I mean, he could have been eaten live or something like that and had a bad experience with it. And now he's afraid of it or whatever. But all I know is that when I go in there and I offer it to him, man, he straight Mike Tyson's it. And yeah. Oh yeah, I've done that. I've tried chicks, rodents, rabbits, uh, little quail. I've tried tongue feeding, tried drop feeding, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. So we'll continue to do it like this until he starts back on his own. You go. You doing? It's awesome, man. Thank you so much, buddy. One of these days, I'm going to have enough time to get the damn dancing gecko back on here. Oh, let's see. Has he eaten before and it anything? No, no, he shouldn't. He shouldn't be brumating. And I mean, he was slamming food before, according to Aubrey. So I don't know what it is. Something with the new environment, the new handling. I mean, Aubrey had gotten him and didn't have enough time to really work with him, which is a lot of the reason why he came over here. But yeah, when I asked him about it, he said, yeah, he's like, he was slamming food every week, didn't miss a meal. There you go. Are you going to tell your side of the story now? Would you please explain to everybody why you're refusing to freaking eat for me? The mic's right there. Cat got your tongue? Come on. Get out of there. You're going to get your head stuck in there. That would be bad. Offer him outside the enclosure? Yeah, I can try that. I'll try anything with him. I've I think maybe tomorrow when I offer him, I may get, because what I'd done with some other snakes when my berm didn't want to eat, I put her in a really small enclosure, sealed it up. It was big enough for her to move around with nothing but the prey item in there, and that's when she started taking. So I'll probably try that with her again. So, oh, Ellie, how are you? No, I'm straight, buddy. Sorry. That is kind of a interesting thing to just jump onto a live stream and say, though. Why? Do you not like gay people? Do you have some kind of an issue? I mean, I'm more than happy to block you off of here. I got some really good friends that are gay, and I'm pretty sure I would like them more than I like somebody that does that. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Let's see. Ban user and delete their comments. Gonna be a jackass, you can go away. First one, actually, unless somebody else that's been moderating for me has caught one before. That's actually the first shithead I've seen in chat in all the live streams we've been doing. So, yeah, we got him. Where's Snake going? Why are you running from the troll, Bob? You're supposed to be going after him. What are you doing? Back here. You can't just take off when we start troll hunting. Back here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about, taking me a while to catch up with some of the comments and stuff like that. So he's banned. He's off of there. Hey, man. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. See where we at. Yeah, guys. If you ever come down, you see anybody acting like that, man, just let me know. I'll just ban them from the channel. So I got zero tolerance for any crap. We can joke and all that stuff and have fun, but especially if somebody gonna come on stirring the shit pot, then they can go, right? Unless their name's a Bob, and then they can just sit up here and strike the microphone. Oh, where are we at? Let's see, for larger play at DoorDash. That might be it, man. Maybe I need to ask him. I mean, it says like 2023. Are you vegan now? You don't want to eat the rodents because of their cute little faces? Is that what it is? Is that really what it is, or what? One of these days I'm going to do that, and he's just going to latch onto my nose. Osa, what's going on, my friend? Here we go. Yeah, Bob was hunting the troll. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, man? Oh, yeah, man, he's doing great. He's just, like I was saying earlier, he gets a little grumpy when I first take him out. So. Hey, thank you, Greg. Chipping in for the troll bullets. Yeah, we got zero tolerance for that stuff. Oh, fun. Oh, where we at? First snake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that first snake is going to your first snake last spring. Most people don't make it that long without getting more. So if you've only got one snake and you've had yours for since the springtime, then you're doing good. Most of us, we get the first one, and it's like 6 months later, we've got 10. A year later, we got 30. 2 years later, we're trying to figure out which piece of furniture to throw out to the curb so we can make room for more enclosures. So, yeah, man, we got the best folks in here. Folks that come in here and hang out are awesome. Yeah, some great folks in here. Gerald, how are you? Oh shit, I guess I need to change that banner. I didn't even realize that. I knew that I had the as you're going towards enclosure upgrade now. I just noticed that scroll thing was still talking about recording equipment. But it's all done. Come on, you. I'm gonna have to put you back. Keep trying to run away. There. Yeah, I was gonna have Jeremy Turgeon from Brassman Reptiles on tonight, but he's out at a gig. But he made that announcement that he's actually on payroll for USARK now out here in North Carolina. He's kind of running interference between reptile keepers and USARK, because before, Phil was the one that had to field all of that stuff that was coming into USARK. So they brought Jeremy on board now too to do more public relations stuff with them and liaison them between creators and breeders and stuff like that. So at some point we'll I know him and I are probably going to talk this week. I told him, I was like, the channel's at your disposal, man. Any USARK stuff you want to do on my platform, just feel free. And so we may be having some kind of stuff going on with that. So let's see. Yep. Yeah, he's done so good. He wants to do the right thing. He's just spirited. He's not a punk. I mean, that's the thing. He's like, I'll hang out and I'll cuddle with you. I just ain't no punk. He says, don't get me confused. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Yeah. Come on. Takes a pretty comfortable snake to do that, doesn't it, buddy? You just crawl right through there like you own the place. Cool. Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. I know sometimes it gets kind of difficult for me to come up with stuff to say and things like that, because I'm not one to just bump my gums. But I guess, I don't know, I say that, but as we start these things, I find myself running 2-3 hours into them sometimes. And then thinking, how did I do that? I didn't even really have a topic that I wanted to cover. So awesome. You guys have a good night, Carla. Oh, where are we at? Let's see. Okay. It's 9 o'clock. We've been on about an hour. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a little bit earlier tonight instead of doing a regular 2 and 3 hour thing. Like I said, Ruth just got back in from being out of town for a week. So I think we're going to go make some coffee and go sit outside for a little while and get ready to start this next week. And of course, I got to get in here too and find out why that HDMI thing keeps tweaking and stuff like that. So, absolutely. How long is he? You talking about Bob here? He's 4 or 5 feet tops. 4 feet probably. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell sometimes. 3 to 4 feet. Yeah. But good, guys. Yeah, man, it was really good to talk to everybody again. We will be back on here Saturday again. I'm going to try to come up with a couple pretty interesting videos this week. Try and get home early a couple nights this week and get some stuff put out. But thanks, Bosa. Yeah, he's a little stud. Now we got to do is, like I said, get his feeding schedule right. He's a good boy. All right, guys, we're off and running, and we will see you guys at some point during the week. I'll have a couple videos out, and then we'll do this again next Saturday. So you guys have a good night, man. Thanks a lot.